I'm about to start a countdown of 30 signs you're masking autism. Because spotting these signs sooner rather than later can help you avoid a whole bunch of issues. I was diagnosed as autistic at the age of 41 because I spent my whole life masking my autism without even realizing it. By then, masking had led to anxiety, chronic fatigue, a ton of medical issues, and zero understanding of what I needed as an autistic person. I've had to spend a lot of time and energy recovering from the effects of masking. So if you can spot these signs early or start today, hopefully you can avoid the lasting effects and start improving your life. So here are 30 signs you're masking autism. Ranked from number 30, not so bad, to number 1. I'm gonna need a 16-hour nap just thinking about it. Let the countdown begin. Number 30, using default phrases for every situation. Oh, that's interesting. Sounds good. Tell me more. These go-to phrases are lifesavers when your brain is buffering and you need to fill the silence. The catch? If someone asks you to elaborate, you're caught like a deer in headlights.
What's interesting about it? Everything?
Or even worse, they just keep talking about the thing you don't actually want to know about. Where's the bathroom? Number 29, laughing at jokes you don't get. Fake laughing to blend in is a classic masking move. You laugh because not laughing would make you stand out, but there's always a part of you that's stuck wondering if everyone knows you didn't get it.
Why are we laughing again?
Number 28, avoiding phone calls and texting later, maybe. Here's the deal. Phone calls are sensory overload, anxiety, and miscommunication wrapped into one. So you mask by avoiding them entirely. Let's text later, you say. And by later, you mean never. Number 27, avoiding weird topics. I love design and education and learning about autism and sharks. Freaking love sharks. These are topics I want to talk about all the time, but that's apparently not normal to only talk about these things. So instead of going all in on my passion during rounds of chit chat, I mask by talking about normal stuff, like the weather. Yay! Meanwhile, my brain is screaming,
What's up with the design of this room? Anyone else pissed off by the lack of symmetry in this place? Oh, I think a shark tank would look great over there.
Number 26, pretending not to notice sensory overload. That buzzing light, that overwhelming cologne, that chair squeaking. Oh, I notice. But masking means pretending none of it bothers me, even though my brain feels like it's short-circuiting. Sometimes the sensory overload makes me want to barf, but you'll never know. And before I move on to number 25, if you want to keep track of this, we have a free downloadable questionnaire that you can answer to figure out how much you mask. Grab it in the description below. Number 25, pretending I'm listening. Yeah, so when that sensory overload happens that I mentioned in number 26, I'm not listening anymore. Sorry, my brain won't let me. Or when the topic of conversation moves on, but I'm still mentally in my own bubble, I haven't moved on with you because I'm still thinking about that thing you said that reminded me of the other thing, that I somehow managed to connect with this one particular time when I did this other insanely cool thing. But I didn't quite finish it because something came up. And I'm wondering how I would have done that insanely cool thing differently if only I had known. But I'm not sure how I could have known that. But if I keep thinking, I'm sure I'll figure it out. Wait, what's happening? What did I miss? Crap. Nod. There you go. Nice recovery. Keep nodding. Yeah, make it look like I was listening. All right, buddy. Throw in a little bit of eye contact. Oh, easy there, ghostwriter. I said a little bit. Now you're staring. Jeez, look away. No, not down at your shoes. What are you doing? Up. Look up. To the left. Up and to the left. There you go. Now it looks like you're thinking. That's better. Okay, I think I'm in the clear. Now when can I leave? Number 24, practicing normal reactions in the mirror. How you react to things is supposed to be natural. But for me, I have delayed processing time. And also I've been told I have a stern face and strong reactions, or sometimes non-existent responses. Folding my arms is just comfortable. My face is just my face. So masking means practicing my reactions or even my smile until it looks right. Too big? Too small? Just creepy enough to make everyone uncomfortable? Nailed it. Number 23, Mimicking other people's facial expressions. If you're smiling, I'm smiling. If you frown, so do I. It's masking 101. The downside? My timing could be a little bit off, so I look like I'm in a completely different conversation, or just really delayed. Oh, wait. But basically, this is an autism life hack to also pretend I'm keeping up with what's happening when I'm really not. And also to make sure I have the appropriate response based on neurotypical expectations. Number 22, preparing backup conversation topics. Masking means walking into social situations with a mental deck of flashcards. Weather? Check. Weekend plans? Double check. Politics? Nope. Not gonna go there. The problem? I recycle the same topic so much, people are starting to think I have a weird obsession with clouds. But the plus side? Lots of people are content talking so much about themselves that they usually don't notice I've deflected it all back on them. That was creepy. Probably shouldn't have done that. Idiot! Number 21, eating food you hate to avoid awkwardness.
Oh, wow! Your famous egg salad?
Sure, I'd love to have some. Nope, I actually wouldn't at all. But masking means choking chunks of it down because saying no might make you seem difficult or require an explanation.
Wow, that's delicious.
Get me out of here. Number 20, rehearsing conversations in advance. Practicing every possible scenario before going into a conversation. Is it possible? No. No, it is not. But that's not going to stop me from trying. Because practicing conversation scenarios is masking that comes up a lot, especially in the workplace or with difficult conversations. But no matter how much I rehearse, someone always throws me a curveball, and it usually hits me right in the neck. Number 19, wearing sensory unfriendly clothes. How many times have you worn something just because it's what everyone else is wearing and it's trendy? I did this a lot more when I was younger. A lot of that stuff felt like torture. Tight pants, stiff shirts, itchy tags, a tie. They're all part of the costume or uniform. It's part of fitting in that a lot of people, even non-autistic people, might do, but doesn't mean the sensory sensation is the same. The entire day when I'm wearing that, it feels like sandpaper scratching my skin, and I can't focus on anything. No wonder I had meltdowns on school picture day at school so often. But part of me unmasking? Sweatpants, comfy t-shirts, and soft hoodies, baby. Number 18, over-explaining everything. The autistic urge to over-explain. Because if I don't give every detail, people might misunderstand me. Of course, they're gonna misunderstand me anyway, and saying too much also usually gets me in trouble. Especially when I share something that people think is too personal or embarrassing. And then they'll usually look grossed out and say, too much information, dude. But it was an important part of the story. And I figured people would want to know all the important parts of the story. But when they get grossed out, I'm not sure if I should keep going or not. But I usually do because I have more than I want to share. But this often backfires because, wait a minute, am I actually doing it now? Am I over-explaining? Idiot! Number 17, changing your voice to match the situation. Customer service voice, activated. Teacher voice, deployed. Actual me, on standby. Masking means switching voices to fit the moment, even if it doesn't feel like me. It also takes a lot of practice and conscious thought. So if you interrupt me while I'm in the zone, how about we agree that nobody interrupts me when I'm in the zone? Number 16, overthinking every social interaction. Masking and overthinking doesn't stop when the conversation ends. The ruminating thoughts keep going as I replay every word.
Did I sound weird? Was that rude? Why did I say you too when the lady at the check-in counter said, have a nice flight? Idiot!
And let it go? Wait, why would you say this to me? Now I need to replay this conversation and figure out when you got in your mind that I can just let it go. Don't you see? It's bothering me. Oh, but I can't show that though. Must mask my reaction. Number 15, faking interest in small talk. Masking often means pretending to care about small talk. Oh, your cousin's new puppy is potty trained and makes a lot of noise. Great. Please tell me more while I fantasize about escaping this conversation. Engaging in small talk is something I can totally do, but it's a form of masking because I don't actually want to do it. Connecting with others happens differently for me and often for a lot of other autistic people. Are we allowed to say that? That's a whole nother matter. Number 14, suppressing stimming in public. So sometimes my legs want to bounce, or I'm really, really excited and my hips want to rock. But masking says, no, 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 don't do that. Keep it together. Suppressing stims is like holding a sneeze. It's coming out eventually, and it won't always be subtle. But needing to hide that urge like you holding in a sneeze, which is a totally natural urge. Possible, but uncomfortable. That's like not stimming because other people will stare or think it's weird. Possible, but uncomfortable for something that's a natural urge for many autistics. Number 13, replaying conversations on an endless loop. Overanalyzing everything I said.
Did I offend them? I wonder if I should have laughed more. Probably should have laughed more. Jeez, that joke. I wonder if that joke was too sarcastic.
My brain loves this game. I do not. But it's because social interactions and conversations often require masking. Did my mask drop? Maybe that's why they gave me the weird look and the conversation ended suddenly. Number 12, feeling like you're acting all the time. Masking can feel like starring in a one-person play where there's no script, no intermission, and definitely no snacks. This has been one of the hardest parts of learning to unmask, which I'll talk about in another video. So hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications on when that video comes. See how I did that? Wait, what was I talking about? The feeling you're starring in a play without knowing the lines or the cues, but somehow everyone else got it but you. But then once you realize you're doing that, I'll talk about that more in the top 5 signs. Number 11, not completely losing it when people misunderstand your face, body language, or tone. Oh, the joys of people misinterpreting everything. My thinking face? Apparently it looks like I'm mad. My monotone excitement? People assume I'm bored. You thought I was sarcastic? No, I was actually being completely literal and direct when I said, good idea, not sarcastic. So masking my reactions means not flipping out or heaving a sigh when someone says,
because if we do it that way, we're not going to be able to finish on time. Wait, are you mad?
for the 100th freaking time. Masking here means smiling, adjusting your tone, or even over-explaining your emotions so people don't take it the wrong way. Meanwhile, you're screaming internally, "Why does everyone read me wrong?" But of course, you smile and say, "No, I'm fine." Fine, fine. Classic. But hey, I'll be more fine when this little chit-chat thing is done. Are we done? We done now? How about now? Done? Number 10, suppressing meltdowns or shutdowns until you're alone. Holding it together in public or at work, even when you feel like you're about to explode with a meltdown, or implode and turn into a zoned out zombie as you shut down and retreat into your own brain. Nope, I've learned to mask this as much as I can. Pretend I'm fine.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Escape as soon as I can, but that could mean hours later. Hide it while it eats away at my brain and I'm on autopilot to look normal. Then get home and the volcano erupts. Or the shutdown human burrito state begins. Weighted blanket, anyone? Number 9, pretending to be fine when you're definitely not. Masking often looks like saying, "Yeah, I'm fine," when you're anything but. Explaining would take too much energy, so you just pretend instead. Autopilot mode. Autopilot mode activated. And please don't ask me more, because I'm often not fine. And my innards are churning. And the lights in the room feel like they're pulsating, but I'm trying to survive. So, I'm fine to me, might not be fine to you, but it's fine. We're fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. Number 8, avoiding social events, but going anyway. So if you're in a job where socializing is involved, or you have friends who like to do things like, I don't know, get married or have birthdays, I guess those things are kind of important, then you're gonna need to mask. Masking means showing up to social events once in a while, even when you're drained, because canceling feels worse, or because there's too much explaining to cancel, or you've already canceled or rescheduled this meetup 14 times this month. Oops. Probably easier to just go. But then by the time you get there, you're already running on empty and looking for the exit or the bathroom. Number 7, monitoring your tone, volume, and words constantly. Am I too loud? Maybe I'm too quiet. Did I phrase that last one right?
Did I say that right?
Masking means keeping a constant mental checklist, and my goodness, it's exhausting. Number 6, rephrasing everything to be softer and less blunt. Masking often means dialing down the bluntness. Instead of saying what I really mean, I have to rephrase it to sound softer, friendlier, and more socially acceptable. It's like I have a built-in filter that takes direct and runs it through a politeness translator. The result? A lot of overthinking, some very awkward compliments, and a whole lot of masking how I really want and like to communicate. Number 5, following a mental social checklist. Eye contact? Check. Smile? Check. Add something to the conversation? Wait. That would mean I have to be listening. Whoops. Start that now. Okay. Think of what to say. Got it. Okay. Wait for the moment she finishes, and then I can add my contribution and be good for a few minutes. Masking means juggling all these rules in real time. Number 4, dominating conversations because it's easier. Sometimes masking means taking over the conversation and just dominating it. Why? Because controlling the conversation is way less stressful than trying to figure out when to jump in, when to pause, or how to read everyone else's cues. And with the right people, I'm fairly extroverted, but I also know that I can hold the attention of a group if the topic is one I'm ready for. Sure, people might think I'm a little too chatty sometimes, but when I'm on, I'm on. And at least I'm not awkwardly sitting there wondering, is it my turn to talk now? It's a survival strategy, people. But then later, all those other things, replaying the interactions, the exhaustion of masking during the exchange, all of it makes me feel tired and a little bit shy. Number 3, being in constant fight or flight mode. Whew. Masking often feels like living in a constant state of what's going to go wrong next. My brain is always on high alert, scanning for misunderstandings, social missteps, changes to my routine, or sensory overload. It's like my body's ready to either run for the hills or over-apologize at the drop of a hat. Because hey, being autistic means that misunderstandings have usually been my fault. Or stand up for myself, but that requires more talking and explaining, and masking. So if you're someone high masking like me, you're probably in perpetual survival mode. And let me tell you, it's exhausting. Number 2, feeling like you're living in a world that wasn't built for you. Masking as an autistic person means trying to fit into a world that feels like it's running on completely different settings or rules than mine. It's like living in another culture, except you're speaking the same language, and everyone assumes you know what's up because this is actually your hometown. But inside, you know the social rules don't make sense. The environments are overwhelming. Your brain hurts all the time. You feel like you want to crawl out of your skin most days. Everyone else seems to have gotten the training course and manual that means they all have an easier time with basic things than you. Masking here means constantly adjusting to make it work, filtering my reactions, suppressing my discomfort, and trying not to draw attention. It's like being an alien on Earth, except no one knows I'm an alien but me, which I didn't even know until my autism diagnosis. But now it makes more sense. But I still don't know what planet I'm from. But it's also why number 1 can be the hardest part of masking autism. Number 1, masking everything means relearning who I am under the mask. The hardest part of masking isn't just the exhaustion. It's forgetting who I am underneath it all. After years of acting normal by non-autistic neurotypical standards, I've been relearning. Who is the real me? What do I really want from life? What environment do I need? Who am I? I still don't even know what planet I'm from. Unmasking isn't just about stopping the act. It's about rediscovering myself. It's scary, but also kind of amazing. The more I let the real me show, the more I realize I actually like who I am. And being unmasked is a different kind of tired at times, but it's real. And little by little, I'm learning. While masking might feel necessary, it's not forever. Learning to unmask, even a little, is freeing. I deserve a break from the performance, and so do you.
I just wanted to say thanks. I'm glad you came along, partner.
And there you have it, 30 signs you're masking autism. Which of these hit home for you? Let me know in the comments. And if you're working on unmasking, even just a little, I'm cheering for you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. How do you do that? Meanwhile, you are screaming internally.
that you once.
Oh, it's funny.